we get a lot of services that will ring us and ask us, what can we do that's going to make it better, even if they don't have if they don't have Indigenous kids in their service, they want to share our culture.
By them contacting the local Koori community is the best way for them to be able to implement the culture in their centres. We have our Koori preschool assistant that goes and visits the kinders and helps them with that and link up to the community. So
I would say look at the resources in your community and invite the people that know what they're doing, how to do it for the first time.
Find out what the who the elders are, what they do. Maybe you could work on your own little list of someone that comes in and plays the didge, someone that comes and does storytelling, someone that does art.
No questions silly. So if you want to know, then you need to ask. And even if you think that it's culturally inappropriate or tokenistic, you won't know until you ask them questions to an Aboriginal person. And the best way to approach the situation is, I'm sorry, but I don't understand. Could you please explain more about this? Or, I'm sorry, I haven't had much contact with Aboriginal people. I don't know much. Could you give me an understanding?
Honesty and being open, but not being arrogant. You've got to be approachable.
If they're working with Aboriginal families and children, it's their responsibility to make a connection and have that support for themselves, or have a resource there or something, some way. Because it is really easy to get it wrong, and it's really easy to offend and upset people.
Or if you ask your families as a resource, fears should subside. But to take it slowly, not go in rushing, I need to know, I need to do this, I've got to do that and that. Take time. I found when I started here, being non-Indigenous, that families were very apprehensive of who I was, and rightly so, that it probably took 4 to 6 months before they started to have some trust, because you've got to build trust.
There's really no excuse not to have a go.
As long as you've got in your room Koori artefacts, books, paintings, the ochre paint, things like that, you're not being tokenistic. You're being tokenistic when you're just celebrating it on NAIDOC week. Celebrate Indigenous culture all the time. It's not that hard. We celebrate white culture every day.
We love NAIDOC week, but we do have culture all year round, and I think they need to be more open to having culture within their centres all year round. Have things around the room that like stories and artwork and just different things. Even if they had a painting in their foyers, it would show that they're open to something.
If you want to engage families and you want them to come into your service and enrol their children and feel invited and feel welcome, it needs to be at the front. It needs to be where people can see. So there needs to be resources that are familiar to families.
It's nice to know that even children that aren't with their parents and they're with grandparents or wherever, this place is consistent. So whatever goes on at home, or if they get moved around here and there, they still continue to attend here, and they still have that same faces, the same children, they still get the same care. We want our kids to be healthy and strong and have a voice and be strong in their identity and being blackfellas.
You've got organisations like all the MACS services, you've got your Yapras and your Barimbas, you've got VAI, you've got your KISO early years workers, you have VACA, SNAKE, you've got lots of organisations that they could get some information from.
You're making a difference in these little lives, and you're being a blessing in the community.
For a young Aboriginal child, it's really important that they do have their family kinship involved in their education and upgrowing, because I think it builds strong Aboriginal children. So it's really important to, celebrate their culture and make them proud of who they are.